Ça, c'est de la confession.
Whatever happened on this dock is between my sister and I. It does not concern God at all.
Là, c'est encore un truc comme ça, mais je gagne pas d'XP avec, donc c'est pas utile de tous les ramasser, ou du moins de tous les trouver.
It's locked, all right.
Attends, ça va peut-être me débloquer des trucs, lui.
Good evening, Doctor. Can I help you?
Have you any news of Nurse Crane and her dispensary?
It appears the dispensary is now a major source of contagion in Whitechapel. Someone should do something about it, but no one cares.
Il n'y a pas de travail pour les immigrés par ici.
Christina Popper claims she sells her body because she can't find any other work. Do you believe her?
Of course I do. Her story is exactly what I want my readers to understand. We live in an intolerant and divided nation.
Do you think things will ever change, Mr. Darby?
I believe the situation can only improve. And now that women can vote, I'm convinced things will change.
Au niveau de sa santé, ça a l'air de le faire. Et il me faudra un niveau 4 pour pouvoir le boire. Mais bon, je ferai pas ça tout de suite, ça c'est sûr.
You look so pale, my lord. Would you like me to revive
Non, bah c'est... Je t'ai déjà parlé à toi. Et on continue de fouiller dans les poubelles.
It's one of them! He's strong, brother! He's dead! Filthy piece of shit!
Ah, y a pas moyen que je passe au-dessus là? Ah putain, il m'énerve avec ça. En plus, ça me bouffe toute ma... Ah punaise. Ils sont encore en train de s'engueuler.
You again? What do you want this time?
Have you recent news of Nurse Crane and her dispensary?
I saw her wandering the streets. Yesterday, I think. She didn't recognize me. People say she's lost it. It's a sad story.
Mes questions personnelles... Ouais, j'ai débloqué 2 trucs.
Harry doesn't seem happy living in Whitechapel. Why did you make him come here?
I've always put my son's interests above everything else, whatever he may think. Our house is small but affordable. The walls are thin, but the door is solid.
You really love your son, don't you, Mr. Peterson?
He's my pride and joy. Even if he hates me for the choices I make and pushes me buttons more than he should.
Since the criminal nature of your job means you could be arrested, are you not afraid of what would happen to your boy if you were?
No one will ever take my son away from me. If that ever occurred, I'd hunt the bastard down and rip off his head with my bare hands.
Sympa.
Do you have any regrets?
Only one. Not to have my beloved wife by my side. She died when Harry was little. My sweet Jane. She gave the boy confidence.
Why do you keep on working for the gang, Joe? You know it doesn't suit you.
It's true, I hate this job. And I know I made some bad choices, but I'm a wet boot boy now. People won't forget it.
You could leave tomorrow. Start another life in another town.
That's easy for you to say, Doctor. We are poor. My son's weak. And there's no way he'll endure another disappointment.
Can I offer you my...
Keep your medicines for others.
There is a thin line between pride and stupidity, sir. Please, take this medication. You'll feel better.
All right. I'll take it then. It's not like I don't appreciate the gesture.
Cool, j'ai débloqué un nouveau... J'ai débloqué un nouveau...
Goodbye,
succès.
Mr. Peterson.
Serment d'Hippocrate. Bon, toi, tu vas arrêter de gueuler.
buying something, sir?
You never lose your focus, do you? Do you have any news of Nurse Crane and her dispensary?
It appears those who dare to get health care from that bitch are never seen again. Something fishy going on there, for sure.
J'ai déjà tout demandé. Question personnelle, j'ai débloqué 2 trucs.
Joe Peterson. He's the villain here, isn't he? But you seem to know each other.
I've known Joe for years. I saw him box once or twice. He was a friend then. And these days, he's just another thug.
What can you tell me about Mr. Peterson? Besides his behavior toward you, obviously.
Colossus Joe was a decent boxer, good one even. But after his wife passed away, he found every excuse to stop training. Just wanted to pick fights with everyone.
Without making excuses for him, it's safe to say that despair can poison even the sanest mind.
We've all had some rough times, ain't we? But most of us don't use our fists to see us through.
Ah, pourquoi ça l'a pas décroché?
And no one has ever stood up to this thug.
Nobody will be fool enough to stand against a wet boot boy.
Ok, c'est bon. Il y avait peut-être plusieurs trucs à dire.
What do you know of Harry Peterson? The boy seems so fragile. Not like his father at all.
Harry's a good boy, but he spends most of his time complaining. He's had it tough, all right, but he needs to grow a pair.
What troubles him exactly?
Well, despite being his father's son, almost everything, I think. He never wanted to come to Whitechapel in the first place. Hates this place more than most of us.
Ah, j'ai plus rien pour la fatigue.
Right then. Show me what you have.
Alors mes sous, j'en ai 200 et quelques. Ouais, bof. Ouais, je vais acheter tout ce qui potentiellement peut être intéressant. pour mes armes. Toi je t'en achète un, toi je peux pas t'acheter, toi j'en ai déjà normalement. Toi j'en prends un. Éclat d'aluminium. Ça c'est quoi? C'est de l'opium. Ouais, on va éviter. Ouais, bon, on va acheter le deuxième. Hop.
I should never have taken up my father's business.
Non, c'est pas par là. Vas-y, viens là, le rat.
This is despicable.
Pourquoi je peux pas?
I have this thirst for blood. I can't believe I'm doing this. Good evening, Mr. Petrescu. What are you doing here?
I could ask you the exact same question, Mr. Doctor. Now leave me alone.
Alors, est-ce que... Ah, voilà.
Tell me everything you know about Camellia, the mute florist.
I do not believe in the afterlife, Doctor, but I'm almost convinced Camellia is an angel. She volunteered to give out our medical leaflets.
I heard what happened to Nurse Crane. How do you feel, Mr. Petrescu?
Everything was going well until you arrived. Dorothea helped people and will be sorely missed.
I regret it too. I wish she'd continued working at the Pembroke Hospital. She was a good nurse.
So you put an end to the operation. Did you put an end to Dorothea as well?
You seem to have a lot on your chest, sir. What's wrong?
I heard you are a famous surgeon. Tell me, what did you do to Dorothea? She was so bright, so clever. Then you made her an empty shell.
I didn't use drugs or medical trickery, Mr. Petrescu. All I did was talk to Nurse Crane. I promise you.
What happened to her then? After you left, she did not even recognize me. Then she got careless and sick, and I had to flee.
What do you plan to do now that Nurse Crane is gone?
I'm not sure. Strange men came to see me after Dorothea's death, with strange weapons and very odd stories.
What kind of stories?
Stories all Romanian children know. It was as if I was home again. Vampires, Mr. Doctor. Vampires.
You believe them? Aren't you too old to hold a weapon or listen to scary stories?
Yes, I am old and alone and will die soon, but if these stories are true, maybe I have found myself another cause.
Elle va pas venir nous casser les couilles quand même.
Are you living on the streets, Mr. Petrescu?
And why not? Those who believe they'll be safe behind walls are blind.
What about your house?
My house is always open to any poor soul needing a roof. All my work here is lost now that Dorothea is gone, thanks to you.
Why are you so aggressive?
I remember the night you came here and convinced me to open my door to you, sir. I'd like to punch you right on your chops.
Ah, c'est sympa ça, dis donc. Alors, voyons donc son traitement pour la pneumonie, j'en ai un et ça pourrait le soigner.
How do you feel, Mr. Petrescu? Do you need my help?
I would not even accept fresh water from you, Doctor. I don't need your help.
Yes, you do. Please, take this. You'll feel better.
I said I don't want anything. But I'll keep this for those who really need it.
Je crois que je vais le bouffer. Ah non, il me reste encore un indice à trouver sur lui. Enfin, avec lui. Pour l'instant, on va le laisser tranquille.
Death is all around us.
Ah mais attends, il n'y avait pas un... Il y avait peut-être un refuge là.
Oh, Dorothea. I'm so sorry.
Oups, c'était soit un refuge, soit une instance. Plus l'impression que c'est une instance. Ah non? Ah mais je suis déjà venu ici. Ah si, c'est quand même un refuge. Alors voyons. On va commencer par refaire les traitements. Ah non, j'ai pas assez pour en faire. Tout ce que je peux en remède. Ok. Au niveau de mes armes, normalement je crois que j'ai pas de modif possible. Pour l'instant. Là il me faut 6 morceaux de poignée commune. Pour lui... il me faut encore des morceaux de gâchette de qualité. Non, ça sert à rien vu que je les utilise pas au final. Bon alors, ah non, ce que je veux vraiment augmenter, ça serait ça. C'est celui-là ou c'est lui? Ça me dit pas si... ça me montre pas que je l'ai déjà, c'est un peu énervant. Ce qui est sûr, c'est que l'autophagie, faut que j'augmente le niveau. Ouais, j'ai pas l'expérience pour. Ouais, je pourrais... Je commence à avoir des ennemis bien galères. Vous concentrez votre puissance pour faire bouillir le sang de la cible, le faisant violemment exploser et infligeant des dégâts à la cible et à tous ceux qui se trouvent autour d'elle. Ça, c'est pas mal. Vous créez un tourbillon de ténèbres. Au pied de votre cible, les ombres prennent vie pour interrompre un ennemi dans la zone et infliger de sérieux dégâts. Vous perdez le contrôle et laissez la bête en vous se déchaîner temporairement. La bête fonce sur tous les ennemis autour de vous et leur inflige de puissantes attaques. Ah, j'avoue que ça me ferait bien kiffer cette attaque là. Ok. Puis ça fait du 200 de dégâts. Ça vient... Voulez-vous vraiment annuler les pertes? Non, non, on confirme. Ok, donc là on a plein de monde un peu on a du monde soigné. Bon, c'est toujours critique. Lui, il a vraiment besoin de quelque chose. Ok, ça y est, maintenant j'ai la mission qui est de la veuve qui est active. Enfin, du moins, je vois ce que c'est maintenant. Si cette vidéo t'a plu, n'oublie pas d'aimer, de commenter, et puis si jamais tu as envie de voir la suite des vidéos, de t'abonner. Allez, tu peux reprendre une activité normale.
Allez-y, cliquez sur j'aime, et vous aurez du gâteau.